Tasmanian devil and the facial tumour disease. The Tasmanian devil's kingdom is Animalia, the phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, infraclass Marsupialia, order Dasyuomorphalia, family Dasyuridae, genus Cyclophilus, and its scientific name is Cyclophilus horisii. The Tasmanian devil is a carnivorous marsupial of the family Dasyuridae, once native to the mainland of Australia and now found in the wild only in the island state of Tasmania, including tiny east coast Maria Island, where there is a conservation project with disease-free animals. Tasmanian devils remain widespread in Tasmania from the coast to the mountains. They live in coastal heath, open dry xerophyll forests, and mixed xerophyll rainforests. In fact, almost anywhere they can hide and find shelter by day and find food by night. The Tasmanian devil prefers wet xerophyll forest or woodland. It usually lives in a log cave or the disused burrow of another animal, emerging at night to scavenge and forage. The threats facing the survival of the Tasmanian devil will have a much bigger impact than you may think. Many of the program's contingencies rely on the reintroduction of the devils back into the functional landscape. The Tasmanian devils kill off the other fauna, such as feral cats, foxes, and the other introduced carnivores. Tasmanian devils are exposed to a disease called devil facial tumour disease, or DFTD for short. Large tumours develop around its mouth and neck. These growths make it impossible for the devil to eat. Many ultimately die from starvation within 6 months of being infected. The Tasmanian state government estimates that the number of devils has dropped from around 150,000 in the mid-1990s to between 50 and 50,000 at the end of 2020. To save the Tasmanian devils, zoos from around Australia and the world are taking in healthy devils and breeding them in captivity. This program will have to go for at least 20 to 25 years to create a stable number of devils to then release back into the wild. As seen on this food web, Tasmanian devils eat snakes, rodents, lizards, and wallabies, and it gets eaten by owls and birds of prey. Although it's not shown on this food web, Tasmanian devils usually fight off the introduced species like feral cats and foxes. The Tasmanian devil is a nocturnal carnivorous marsupial that forages for food alone. It is a scavenger, preferring to feed on the bodies of dead animals rather than actually catching its own prey. It is, however, capable of hunting down animals as large as small kangaroo. It also eats animals such as wombats, wallabies, birds, fish, and insects. The devil is nocturnal. During the day, it usually hides in the dead or dense bush. It runs considerable distances, up to 16 kilometers, along well-defined trails in search of food. Usually amble slow with a characteristic gait, but can gallop quickly with both hind feet together. Young devils are more agile, however, and can climb trees. Devils usually mate in March, and the young are born in April. Gestation is 21 days. More young are born than can be accommodated in the mother's backward opening pouch, which has 4 teats. Although 4 pouch young sometimes survive, the average number is 2 or 3. Each young firmly attached to a teat is carried in the pouch for about 4 months. The average lifespan of the Tasmanian devil in the wild is up to 5 years old. The size is 20 to 31 inches. The weight, 9 to 26 lbs, and as you can see, this is how big the Tasmanian devil will be compared to a 6-foot man.
Created using Powtoon.